Good morning, everybody. We are here. We're ready to go. We're looking good. Today is a beautiful day in the cryptocurrency space. Not so much outside. It's 47 degrees and cloudy, a little rainy right now. Nobody likes 47 degrees and rain, especially after, 70 degrees and sunshine. So here we are, 47 rainy. We get Southpaw Slinger, yo, bro, first in the chat. What's going on, Southpaw? Chris is second. Chris is third. Chris is fourth. We got Jeremiah. All of you guys, so glad to have you in here. Let's see. Man, really hoping for Winner Dog AI to go over 40 again so I could sell it. Might go back up there. I think it was back up to like 32 or something to this morning, right? I did see that it had some gains, but I don't know exactly what price it's at. We can pull that up in a minute if you want. We got Alexander Richards over on TikTok. Glad to have you in here, Alexander. Thank you very much for swinging by. And we get Daddy on the screen, but let's take a look at the overall market and see what's happening in stocks and crypto combined. Daddy actually looking pretty good today. Daddy up 16 plus cents. You got AMC in the top left-hand side of the screen. You guys can't see it. Sitting at $4.19. GameStop, 21.21 on the top right-hand side. You got Shiba Inu Coin, bottom right, sitting at, well, it's top right for YouTube, though. 1835 points per coin, up 1.80% on the day today. Bitcoin, 2.5% gain today. 66,000. And I am telling you, man, if it breaks this level, we could potentially see some major gains. If we break this 66, we're probably, or we should at least, I don't know if it's probable. Probable means over 50%. But if it breaks this 66,000, we should be testing 70,000. 70,000 area, I believe 73,000 is the all-time high. But if 70,000 Bitcoin is broken, we could be on the verge of a very nice rally, okay? I don't know if it's going to be the bull market FOMO rally, but I do know that we could get a lot of new interest and a lot of people excited if 70,000 is broken and sustained. Bitcoin hitting all-time highs would be phenomenal. But here we are right now, $65,885 at the moment. Testing that 66,000 level, and man, I do wish that we break through. You got the NASDAQ doing very well today. NASDAQ up 0.80%. AMC 0.31% higher. GameStop 1.82% higher. Dogecoin sitting 2.75% higher at 11.5 cents. SHIB sitting at 18.31. Ethereum 26.35. You got Bitcoin sitting at 65,885. SPY sitting at 583 right now. QQQ 496.86, up 0.71%. Mulinado up 3% today. Don't touch it, though. You're going to lose money if you touch Mulinado. Sundial sitting at $1.99. Oh, no. Sundial sitting at $2.01. Netflix sitting at $7.16. MPW $4.50. Man, MPW is down pretty heavy today. Tesla sitting at $219.19. Amazon sitting at $188.38. Apple sitting at $230.19. It is up. Apple's down, or Amazon's down. Tesla is up. MPW is down, but we are going to watch Bitcoin in the bottom left-hand side of the screen there, and we're going to watch Bitcoin hopefully bounce up through that resistance level at $66,000 because it is sitting right now with 5 straight minutes of declines at 65,887. Got a little tick up there, boys. Nonetheless, we will watch it, and hopefully it plays out to the upside. We got Jeremiah saying, and then we also, it topped at 38, and then we sold at 38.5, so it fell back down to 36. Oh, man. Well, the good news is, Jeremiah, I don't know. That guy could jump back in, right? He could jump back in and single-handedly take the price back up to 38. Or if he's out now, that's one guy that is unwilling to hold it. And you don't want those guys in there anyway. All right, especially during a bull market rally. If Winner Dog AI starts to rip up, like if the meme coin market catches on fire and Wiener Dog AI starts to rip up, dude, those are the last guys you want holding the token. If they're unwilling to hold it at 38, dude, they'll sell everything at 48, 58, 88, 17, 18, 8, whatever. They don't want to be held. Bird Dog on Solana. Let's pull it up. Southpaw Slinger. That one's not brand new. I remember that one being out for a while. So let's take a look. Hey, not raining here, but cold. Also, friggin' on the come up. I like it. Last week found 30, which you know about. Yes. The next day found 111. And today, Chris, where the heck do you hang out, man? Where the heck is Chris hanging out that he's finding $111? Dude, I've never even found a $10 bill. Where are you finding all this money, man? I need to just like bring a metal detector and go through the streets and see how much change I can find. Dude found 100. My gosh, this dude's crazy, man. This dude must hang out in like wishing wells. Chris, you're supposed to leave that money in the fountain, man. Those are people's wishes. That's their hopes and their dreams, dude. They take a quarter, they make a wish, and they throw it in the well, right? Then I don't know who eventually comes and takes it, but no, man. Don't take people's hopes and dreams away. Don't go over to wishing wells and I found $110 today. Yeah, man. No, of course you did, because that's $110 worth of people's dreams there. My Coinbase alert said SHIB went over 20, and then I looked at it was 18. And I was like, yeah, I don't know why it would have said that on Coinbase. I never saw Shiba Inu coin up above 20 today. I think exactly what you're looking at. 1850, 1851 is the highest that I saw on Shiba Inu coin today. Maybe there was a big buy order or something directly on Coinbase that sent SHIB up like only on Coinbase, but I don't know. I never saw anything higher than 1851 on Shiba Inu coin today. Made it. Alien Head. Very good. He says, last week was just walking around spraying weeds. Today it was weed eating with some crew. Dude, I know he's weed eating around a wishing well, man. He's taking kids' money. He hangs out on the golf course where the 80-year-old billionaires go. That he does, dude. And they just, oops, it dropped a $100 bill. I'm not going to be picking that one up today. Yeah, we get it. Can SHIB go over 22 this week? Yeah. Simple Man Jake. I'm averaged at 1980. Yeah, it can. Look, it's going to depend on how we react to Bitcoin and SHIB. Both are touching levels of resistance right now. SHIB's touching a level of resistance at 1850. Maybe I can pull it out a little bit. It might be kind of hard for you to see. Just trust me on it. SHIB's touching a resistance level at 1850. Has yet to break through. Bitcoin's touching a resistance level, exact same time now, at 66,000. Okay? If both Bitcoin and SHIB get rejected, I'm going to say no. Okay, we're not going to see 2,200 point per coin SHIB this week if they get rejected at these levels. Now, the next levels, and I don't know how they'll coincide, because typically if Shiba Inu coin goes on a run, it outpaces Bitcoin. But the next two major levels that I'm looking at, Bitcoin, 70,000, and Shiba Inu coin, 2,100, 2,150. So, talking 2,200 points per coin on SHIB, my next level of resistance is 21. So 21 to 2150. It's very close to your 22. So I don't know if you'll allow me to round that up or not, but I would say very likely to hit that level if we can get a simple break out of this 1850 and 66,000 Bitcoin. Not going to be as easy to break 2,100 on Shiba Inu coin. So if that's too low for you, then I would give it a little less of a probability of hitting your mark this week. But nonetheless, it still can. Nick F, good morning to you. Glad to have you in here, Nick F. I don't, Simple Man Jake. That 1900 seems to be tough resistance. Hey, if it gets broken, though, if Bitcoin rips up through 66, and I would imagine SHIB would rip up through this 1850, and then we could be well on our way. Unless Bitcoin goes over 70,000, I wouldn't count on it. Yeah, right around those areas, man. SHIB moves the market, baby. I like it. Fruits and veggies. I like it. Floki, Token 5. Moonbags is pumping. Mango Penguins. Very nice. We gotta look at something. Bird Dog on Solana. I already forgot about it, man. Jump in the chat, and I already forgot about it. Man, Daddy is looking pretty good today. Daddy's sitting at 1662 at the moment. That's a very, very nice price. Let's look at Bird Dog. Is it one word? Nah, I think it's this one. I think it's this one here. Dang, man, 27% gain today. Very nice. It was up much, much higher earlier, jumping all the way up to 4,100 points, back down over the last half hour to 3,100 points. As I would imagine, let's see if we can go back to this sell here. I would imagine you had a very large sell and then maybe another pretty large sell. So when is this? 11:40, 35 minutes ago. Yeah, so here's where that one was. You had a nice buy, $13,000 buy, but somebody came in with a $5,000 sell and then a $13,000 sell, knocking the price back down. So you had some decent buys, pumping the price up there, and then somebody comes in, takes $20,000 out in a matter of minutes. And anytime you take $20,000 out on a $240,000 liquidity pool, you're going to see 20+% moves in the price action. So basically how this works, right? There's $240,000 in the liquidity pool. Scroll down a little bit further. No, you know what? Dex Screener doesn't. Oh, no, yeah, it does. Right here. It's on the right-hand side of the screen. There's 120,000 Bird Dog, and there's $120,000 worth of Solana in the liquidity pool. The amount of Bird Dog, or the amount of whatever token you're talking about, will always equal the amount of pooled Solana in the liquidity pool, the amount of Solana in the liquidity pool. Now, the Solana is the key number there, right? Because you can only take Solana out of the liquidity pool. So you always just want to look at that, at the Solana amount. So that guy that comes in and takes out $20,000 of the liquidity pool, he's taking out $20,000 worth of Solana. There's only 120,000 Solana in the pool. That is almost, right, a 20% swing. 20% in a single transaction, because this pool is very low. Now, that is going to have a 20% impact on the price. It's going to drop the price from 0.003 to 0.0 like 2.4 maybe, or 2.5 if you're talking about this 0.031 here. So it is going to be a very large impact if somebody comes in and withdraws $20,000. It's going to have a negative impact there. If somebody deposits $20,000, you're going to pump the price up by 20%, and you're immediately going to soar back up to like 0.037, 0.038 here on a single transaction. So Bird Dog looking pretty solid this morning, up 26% right now. Not a bad gain on the day, my friend. Let's see. Could Shiba reach 1/10 of a cent in this bull run? I'm going to call no, not in this bull run. Just because I don't like the idea of a $50 trillion valuation, right? So I don't think we have enough time for burns to take place for a price during this bull market of 1/10 of a cent. Right, we're not going to be hitting $50 trillion valuations. $50 trillion valuations would mean that Shiba Inu coin is worth as much as the entire stock market. I don't think that Shiba Inu coin can justify that sort of a valuation. I don't even think Bitcoin hits a $50 trillion valuation during this bull market here. Hey, Clay, great call on Moonbags, man. Moonbags is getting listed on MEXC. That's the one with the monkeys, right? MEXC on the 16th. Very nice, man. Very nice. Let's see if we can pull up Moonbag. I always click on the wrong thing. I always click on the wrong Google Chrome. Moonbags. Nice, man. 55% gain. Is it this token right here? I don't know if it's this token. I know these guys don't have $132 million in their liquidity pool. I know that one's incorrect. That one's got to be wrong. All right, that one's got to be the wrong token right there. I know those guys don't have $132 million in the liquidity pool. All right, let's see. Got to click back on this one here. Yes, MS. I don't know who MS is. Maybe. Sorry, 1,700 points per coin SHIB in this next bull run. Yeah, so that's a little bit closer to my price predictions, right? My price predictions on Shiba Inu Coin in this upcoming bull market are all-time highs, right? I hope we can break through that next zero. It's not going to be easy, though, but I hope we can. That next zero is always going to have a lot of take profits set right before it and so on. But if we get a nice rally, I hope we break through that. And it would go anywhere between like the all-time high and 15 to 17,000, basically doubling the all-time high. Because that's going to take you up to a $100 billion valuation. $100 billion valuation is absolutely doable for Shiba Inu Coin, Dogecoin, maybe something like Pepe. The top meme coins in the entire world could potentially test that valuation in the upcoming bull market. But when you start to talk about 500 billion, surpassing Ethereum, I don't think we get there in this upcoming one. Maybe a couple decades down the road or something, when all institutions are heavily invested and retail is heavily invested and so on. But no, I don't think so in this upcoming one. But hey, dude, people would have told you Bitcoin is never going to have $1 trillion valuation. They were literally, you couldn't even give Bitcoin away just a little over a decade ago. So, you never know, right? So to say that SHIB could never hit $1 trillion valuation is just a little naive, knowing what takes place in the crypto space. So I can't say that it can't happen, but I don't think it's going to happen in this one. Columbus State Bank's closed. If you lost your mind, yeah, Moji, thank you very much for the rose over on TikTok. Interestingly enough, man, it is Columbus Day, but the markets are open today. Banks are closed, but the markets are open. So, as long as the markets are open, I got a hair in my mouth. As long as the markets are open, I shall be here. I am tired, though, and I was having a pretty hard time breathing last night, so I slept terrible. Oh, come on, man. I feel like that dude from Seinfeld. You know that creepy guy? It, left a voicemail, and he was like, got a hair on my tongue, Jerry. I do have a hair on my tongue. And I barely get any coffee left. Let's just swallow that hair. If I can't pull that hair off, newsflash. You're in first place in fantasy football tomorrow. Dude, it's because I'm so good. I know all of my players. And, no, I don't know. Moji, man. Probably the only reason I'm in first place is that one time you told me to make sure that guy gets subbed out since he was on the injured list or whatever. And it seemed to have done very well. In Gorilla, I was looking at it. Gorilla was actually projected to beat me by a few points. But I still got two guys playing tonight. So it does seem as though if they can get, and they're like a wide receiver and my tight end, if both those dudes can combine for like 7 or 8 points or something, I think, I'm going to take the win tonight. So hopefully those guys are fine. Otherwise Gorilla beats me if those two guys can't combine for like, I don't know, let's just call it 10 points, but I think they can. Wide receiver and my tight end should give me 10 points. But it is all luck, dude. It is all luck. I might try to brag a little bit, have some fun with it since I am doing pretty well, but it's all luck, man. I don't even know who these guys are. What's up, Clay, bro? Here's my guess. Bitcoin down to 50. Come on, not who you think. You should like these bears, man. Lonnie told me so far, Lonnie's guess was the best guess that I've ever seen before. He said 59,000, and then Bitcoin's going to rip. Bitcoin went down to 58,880, and then it did rip. More than a 10% gain from there. So he did pretty well on that. Dude, I don't want it. Look, I have been accumulating so much stinking crypto, okay? And now I have some very large bags and some meme coins, okay? Now I actually have more Ethereum than I do Solana, but I've got more Solana meme coins than I do anything else, right? So my biggest positions are Mother and Daddy. And then I've got a very large position in USDT. I got a very large position in Ethereum. And I got a pretty good sized position in the Dolan Tremp meme coin. And then because the liquidity pools are pretty small and some of the other the T-Man coins, I have a decent chunk of the liquidity pool, but it's still a relatively small position because the liquidity pools are only $100,000, and the one's $30,000. So, those are the ones that could run up 100x. It would be very nice if it did, because then it would turn into a lot of money. But those are the ones that I think I'm going to exit first. I wholeheartedly want to sell off of those and transition out of those before November 5th, the T-Man coins, the political coins, because I think it'll be a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. From there, I do not know. I am, unless Mother and Daddy were to fall down and I could stack a little more, okay, but I highly doubt that I put much more into Mother and Daddy. So when I transition out of those T-Man coins, over the next month or whatever, 3 weeks, whatever it is, until November 5th. I don't know if it's just going to go to Solana. I don't know if I'm going to go into some of the bigger meme coins on Solana. Popcat's been doing very well. Tardio's been doing very well. I don't want to buy them when they're hitting all-time highs, so I've got them on my watch list to check them out. Land Wolf is one that I've been watching, but have not bought. I don't think I have any of it. If I do have any of it, it's just so that it's in my wallet and I stay reminded of it, but I don't think I ever bought Land Wolf. But it's another big one with a couple $1 million or over $1 million in the liquidity pool. It's been beaten down in price and could see 10x just to get back up to its all-time high. So that's another one that I'm looking at as well. Because when I exit those political coins, I don't know if I'll just go into Solana or if I'll deploy it into another meme coin. Or, several meme coins, but I'm trying to figure that out. What's up, baby girl? Did you come to say hi to everybody? Yeah. Oh, you just wanted to check my cup, make sure I got some coffee in there. Yeah. Let's see. Moji says, ooh, so close to 3 years, and he has got himself. Let's see if the cat likes it or hates it. She's already leaving. She probably knows what's coming. King Turkey, Moji, man. Thank you very much for the King Turkey. Absolutely appreciate that, man. And absolutely appreciate 35 months bro. Now that's what I'm talking about, dude. Thank you very much for that. And the cat didn't seem to mind at all. She went on the other side of the monitor, so she probably knew something was coming. But I do appreciate it, man. SHIB to 100 billion this cycle. Fruits and veggies, man. I don't think that's impossible, okay? That would be my peak prediction, though, okay? Clearly, I do have some Shiba Inu coin. It's not one of my largest holdings, but I do have a lot of Shiba Inu coin. And if it 10x to get to a $100 billion valuation, it would turn into a lot of money. So I would love it. I feel like we're going to have a much harder time at burning the next zero or dropping the next zero. But we shall see. Let's see. Now what you think? Sorry you missed your buy. Bitcoin is now above resistance. Yeah, Bitcoin's right at, to me, Bitcoin's right at that resistance level of 66,000. Let's see. By Pepe. Let's take a look at Pepe, Johnny KK. I haven't looked at that in quite a while, man. Good work, Moji. Heck yeah. Chris, 38 months of bro, man. Thanks, Moji, for making me check the membership. I like it. Moji, thank you very much for reminding everybody that if you've got a green name, you might be able to send a free member chat right there. So thank you very much for that, Chris. Moji about to get that chip bro icon. The long-awaited chip bro icon. Chris coming in strong. Chris coming in very strong. Showing off. Congrats. Yeah. 38 months. We got to have J-Bones or Stephanie Bro come in here to show off, too. Flexing hard as those two are going head-to-head. But Stephanie Bro hasn't been in here in quite a while. Certainly hasn't sent a member chat in quite a while. What the heck? Oh, Pepe. I was like, what? I just going to pull something up, and now I forget what I was going to pull up. Oh, man. All right, Pepe. Don't touch your eyes, Clay. All right, 16% gain on the day today. Very strong. Hey, man. Look, Pepe following these technicals to a T here, right? This ascending trend line is turning out to be a very good buy opportunity for Pepe. Let's extend this out a little bit, just in case it keeps going there. And then let's extend these out to meet the trend line. Got him. Then this one. Got to go even further. Man. I don't think it's going to take that long. Holy smokes, dude. Takes you out to April of 2025. No thanks. I'm not extending this one that far out. We'll just go as far as we can go here. All right, cool. Yeah, man, Pepe looking pretty good to test this level of resistance again today. It may continue to wedge into this area, but if it does break out, you might be able to see a nice rally back up to 6 zeros and a 25 there. Just under double the current price. I don't know if Johnny K has accumulated any more Pepe, but I know if Pepe goes to $1 billion market cap, my man's retiring. If Pepe goes to a $1 billion market cap, I hope that Mother and Daddy are also floating around $1 billion market cap as well, man. It is going to be game over if that's what happens. I would absolutely love it. All right. Who had paid $5, but someone already someone already reset the wishing wells. Dang it, man. These people out there getting there before Chris. Dude, could you imagine? Could you imagine some dude that, like, hung around wishing wells after you threw your quarter in and left? The dude goes in there and grabs your quarter. Oh, jeez. I mean, just ask somebody for a quarter at that point, man. They'll give it to you. If you're going to be taking quarters out of wishing wells, they'll be giving it to you. Hey, bro, if your two can't get you the W tonight, trash talk will be real. Yeah, I know the one is that white guy, the Dalton Kincaid dude, because I looked him up while I was in Florida. That guy that plays for Buffalo, he's a tight end. I don't think, I mean, at least I don't know. I don't think that tight ends would really seal the deal for me, right? I don't know if I can expect my tight end to get me 10 points or whatever I need. But I think that the other guy was either a running back or a wide receiver, right? The other guy that I have. So I feel like a running back or a wide receiver could get me the 10 points that I need, or 7 points, or whatever it is that I need. I feel like he could do it alone. I hope he doesn't. I hope that the other guy, I hope they both get me 10 points, and it's not even close. But, yeah, I don't know who the other guy I have is. I know I got that Dalton Kincaid guy. Big dude, too. I swear he was like 6'5", 240. I don't know. If you guys know who the other guy is, If you guys know who the other guy is, you can let me know, but I forget. I think it was a wide receiver. And we got 2 guys over on TikTok. Thank you guys very much for being over there. Yavuz and Aroma Love, man. Don't forget to click that like button over there. Even if you don't want to send a coin or anything or a chat, if you click that like button, it's going to help more than you ever know. And we can get some more viewers over on TikTok as well. Seriously? Brees Hall, 20 points. Is he going to get 20 points for me? Thank you very much. Breeze, or Breeze, however you say it. I like it. ENA, just some guy. Absolutely. Is ENA a stock or crypto? Let's pull it up. ENA is not on my radar. Could be a crypto because it's doing pretty well today. Up 16%. You guys get those scams, those scam likely calls all the time. Annoying, man. Well, ENA, if this is the correct one, looks as though it may have bottomed out and is on the rise now. So let's throw some horizontal levels of support and resistance on there so we can kind of see where we're at and what we might run into. Currently at a level of resistance. Okay, so hopefully you don't run into too much trouble here. And I don't know if you bought in on support or if you bought in on the way down or what. But it is testing. It was support, finally broke through, came up, didn't quite test it. You know, if you put it at the range here, you do have some resistance or support down here at the bottom end of these wicks. That is where it came up and tested before. But we're kind of going to we're going to split the wicks here, or split the bodies here, and go to the lower end of these candles here, using it as resistance here and again today. So if it doesn't break, you might see another decline back down to this area right here. If it does, you've got very little resistance at the upper end of these wicks right here. Not even sure it's worth charting, but just to let you know, upper end of those wicks. I would say your real resistance then comes in over here, right? Maybe down a little lower at the bottom end of these, or maybe ranged back up to here at 81 cents. So I would say you could see a nice rally back up to like 70 cents all the way up to 80 cents if this resistance level at 40 cents gets broken. So ENA could be doing very well if the overall market continues to do very well. As you can see too, it finally broke out of the descending wedge pattern that a lot of cryptocurrencies were falling victim to since June. And actually, does this go back to... This started falling a little bit before June. But, yeah, man, a lot of cryptos were falling victim to this descending channel or this descending wedge. Finally broke out middle of September and has been doing a very good job now to test resistance. Very similar to what SHIB has been doing. Hitting some higher lows along the way, running into resistance, maybe falling back down, but nonetheless a bullish signal that it's broken out of that wedge and we're now testing resistance as opposed to testing support or hitting lower lows there. And I hope that's the right one. Just some guy. I do hope that is the right one there, man, that I was looking at. I know you've said this. You will probably sell your political assets after. No, I'm gonna try and sell them before. Okay, I'm gonna try and sell them before November 5th even takes place. Right now, I could make a mistake with that. Right, let's say that T-Man gets elected, and people just buy into those tokens. Okay, that's a risk I guess I'm willing to take, or that's a. I guess I'll forego that opportunity, right? I have seen way too many times buy the rumor, sell the news type of event that even if it is good news, I don't think that they're going to get the attention that they're currently getting, right? And I might be wrong. I might miss out on a lot of money, but I do plan on selling those prior to November 5th even taking place. So whether that be November 4th, whether it be, you know, if stuff rallies in the next week or two, I'm going to try and sell those prior to November 5th ever happening. Will I take a loss? To be honest with you, at this point, no, I probably wouldn't take a loss, like if it was November 5th, but I find it very hard that I would even come close to taking a loss at this point. Dolan Shrimp, I've got it 12 cents, and it's currently at 34. So this is my line on Dolan Shrimp here. I watched it tap it, tap it, tap it. Finally got in somewhere in this area right here, and it's done very nice. It is hitting some resistance. Hasn't been able to break through 40 cents. So I'm keeping my eye on it, right? Because I'm very happy with roughly, it's just under a 3x gain that I've already made on this. I would love to exit this at about $1. I would love to ride it up like 8x and exit this at about $1 here. So I am hoping it can run very quickly. The current level to $1 could take less than a week if you're looking at this action that took place back in May. So I'm not selling this one just yet, but it's going to be very difficult for me to take a loss on this one since I'm already up 3x. The original one, the very first one that I started buying on Solana, I'm also up. I'm at like 10 or 11 on this one, right? I'm down in this area right here. I didn't wait for it to come all the way back down to 6 like it did before, but I saw it tabbing in the same support that we've had on here for a very long time, and bought into this one, I don't know, roughly the same time. Got a lot less of this one because it's only 211,000 in the liquidity pool, but it's been doing very well, and it's potentially going to break through this little resistance area at about 25. I've made money on this one before. I sold in this 4 area, a little lower than this current level, the level that's on the screen. I sold at 4, but missed out, right? I could have 10x'd my money here, but instead just made a little bit more, or a little less, like 3x my money last time. I would love, dude, I would love if this coin comes up and tests this level right here. It would be a 10x gain, almost 11, 12x gain, because I'm in it at like 11.000, 4 zeros and an 11 or whatever. So if it comes all the way back up to here, I would love that. 10, 11x gain. So also very difficult, I believe, to really lose money on this one, because I did get in at what has been the rock bottom for the last several months. So that one's pretty solid. I took a chance on MAGA, man. I played this one, made some very good money. I don't know if Dark Bro still holds this one or not, but I do know that he got in. Got into this one at a dead bottom here. At 6. No, wrong one. I don't think it's this. Oh, it is this one. I got this one marked up. So I got into this one. It looked like a different symbol, but I got into this one at like 006 or 0066 or something. And it's been doing a great job. It's already back up almost 4x to 2.2 cents. Now, I actually traded this one in the 2.2 cent level. I don't know if it might have been on this day way back here right after it launched. Because I'm pretty sure I rode this from like 2 cents to 8 cents or 2 cents to 12 cents or something. And did very well on it before. Never bought back in, but I did buy back in down here at like 6 cents. And I'm already up 4x on this one. So also going to be very difficult for this one to go negative. And I got one more. Super T here. I have very little of this one, but I'm pretty sure I got this one. I don't know exactly where it's at. It's got to be in this area. I think I'm probably up 2x on it. You know what? I think it might be 16. I think it might be 16 on this one. 16 or 17. Because I remember I was making money when it hit 18. I don't know. We'll just leave it in that area there. This one, also going to be difficult to lose money, but not really. Because if somebody comes in and takes out like $5,000 from the liquidity pool, I'm back down to negative on this. But, right, this one could 100x gain to get back up to its all-time highs. Not going to be that hard for this one to 100x gain to get back up to its all-time highs here. To a $10 million market cap or whatever, like it did before from my buy-in. So I'm actually excited about this one. I definitely don't have as much invested in this one, but would have no problem exiting in this area right here where it ran into resistance several times before. So keeping my eye on it. I would love for a nice little rally, but the political tokens have been doing very well over the last 2 weeks. And I do hope that they continue to do well. It's going to be very difficult for me to lose on those now. Let's see. You might want to get some of that when we meet in week 8, Gorilla. Do it. I'm widely hated for political beliefs. Nah, dude, you're not. So I want to inform you that after long consideration of what you now said, I have decided the Harris administration will be bad for crypto. I won't vote for that. No. Listen, dude, I do want to say this, right? I am clearly on one side as opposed to the other. And, my beliefs that one administration is going to be better than another administration might be different than yours, right? I truly do think that I am probably right in that situation and you would be wrong, but you are absolutely more than welcome to think that I am wrong in that situation and you would be right. I don't ever want anybody to like get upset, right? I don't necessarily, and I do my best to say this administration versus that administration or whatever, or this way versus that way. And you guys probably understand which way I lean or whatever, and that's completely fine. I hope that it does not upset you or anything like that. And I never want you guys to be swayed one way or another simply because of what I say. And that goes for elections, dude. That goes for crypto buying. That goes for the tokens that I own. That goes for literally anything that I say, right? A lot of people say, well, you're an influencer, dude. You got to influence the decisions. How about I influence you to make your own decisions, okay? And just be confident in yourself. Because I truly know that if you're ever going to receive any sort of financial freedom or financial independence, you've got to be an independent thinker. You've got to be able to make your own decisions and stand behind them, okay? So if I think you are wrong on something, you are allowed to be wrong. And if you think I'm wrong on something, I'm allowed to be wrong, right? I don't want anybody to ever feel bad about the way that, I guess their beliefs. You might be wrong, but stick by them. You know what I mean? Just, you do you. You can be wrong in what you do, and I'll do me, and I can be wrong in what I do as well. But yeah, man, don't ever feel like you're hated or anything like that. Especially for something as I don't want to say as dumb as politics, right? But as divisive as politics. Okay, I think it's all intended to divide. I truly do, man. I think it's all intended to divide. Panda, I could say this, right? I am sure you would want to see everybody in here prosper, right? I want to see everybody in here prosper. I want to see you guys make as much money. I want to see you guys be able to follow your dreams. And if you're done working and you want to start your own business, I want to see that stuff, right? I want to see you be able to do what it is that you desire to do. So, and I'm sure you have the same idea. You might think my route there is different than yours, and I might think your route there is different than mine, but like, stupid D's and stupid R's aside, man, I think we both should have relatively similar goals. Let's see. Bro the cat. Yeah, Hector. I've seen that trending. Let me see if I can pull that up, dude, because I've seen that little black cat trending. I didn't buy any of them, but I like this little dude, man. He's got a good name. Yes, he's got a good name here. I'm going to be honest. I didn't buy any of this. I think that this was... I probably saw it back here in this area. And anytime I buy into a token that's like 2 days old, trending on Solana, I usually get wrecked, and it doesn't bounce back. This one's bouncing back pretty nice right now. But tiny little $337,000 liquidity pool, $4 million market cap right now. This little bro right here, he might be making people a lot of money. I am enticed, right? I am enticed because of the name. I've been doing pretty well on Solana tokens, so I don't necessarily want to lose on any Solana tokens right now. But they could take this guy to... Let's see how many holders he has. They could take this guy to a pretty good level. Just being a little cat meme. Very small, 3,199 holders. Okay? You get some guys that own a lot out there, too. $60,000, $50,000. Dude, when you own $50,000 worth of $300,000 liquidity pool, you can have a very large impact. Talking 30% price move if that guy decides to sell. So 2-3 dudes could drain the entire liquidity pool, which I mean is probably true for a lot of tokens out there. So, but yeah, I don't know. It has been doing very well. It is on my radar. I've not bought any, but would not be opposed to adding Bro the Cat to the list. Let's see. Panda, either way, man. Either way. We love you, dude. Nobody in here hates you, trust me. Let's see. But Clay is also correct. The biggest picture you can think of. Politics is just a man-made game. It is, dude. It is. I truly think it is. Hello, sir. Shiba Inu Coin update. Hindi movie, man. Shiba Inu Coin doing very well today. It's in the top right-hand side of the screen at the moment, sitting at about 18, 19 points per coin. Maintaining that ascending trend line, which is exactly what you want to see. Down just slightly from the 1850 that it was testing earlier, as Bitcoin is down just slightly from the 66,000 that it was testing earlier. So Bitcoin at the top left-hand side of the screen, let's put it on a 5-minute chart. Very similar graphs, right? You can see here, Bitcoin had a nice little rally, began to fade a little bit. SHIB had a nice little rally, has begun to fade a little bit. So Bitcoin, Shiba Inu Coin following Bitcoin almost exactly this morning. But nonetheless, very strong price action for both of them. And I do hope that it continues on throughout the day. A 2% gain in Bitcoin is a very large gain. But if there's anything we know about the crypto space, it's that a 2% gain is a very small gain. So Bitcoin could rip up, 5, 6, 10% and see some even further gains today. But if it only wants to jump 2% and it wants to jump 2% every day for the rest of my life, I will gladly accept that. I don't know about you guys, but we want gains. We want gains. We want gains. Let's see. Come on, support for digital assets. Just saying. Not to rub anybody's feathers. I saw the article this weekend. Yeah. Well, it is possible, but I would, I don't know, man. I don't know. Clearly, I think one route's going to be better than the other route, but I hope that both routes, whichever one ends up happening. Because I'll say it, right? I mean, if you're going to be voting with your money, I've got a lot of money invested, and I would like that to grow. Right? I would. I don't want it to disappear. So either way, whatever outcome happens, man, I want it to be good. I want it to be good for the economy, and I want it to be good for stocks and crypto. Let's see. Did you get your DJT? I do not own any DJT. I actually think my mom might own some DJT from way back in the day. I don't think she's back in. I don't even think she's making money on it right now. I think she bought it like back in this area when it first began to rocket. But dude, it would have been a very nice buy off of this recent support at $14, $15. It's currently sitting at $30. I believe that it can continue to the upside here, breaks this resistance, goes even higher. So yeah, I don't own any of it, but definitely one on a lot of people's radars. You know what? I think World Liberty Financial is being introduced tomorrow. I don't know if I'll buy any of that or not. It's obviously going to be extremely volatile, but I do think a lot of people are going to buy it simply in support of those that created it. So if, let's see. Tuesday morning, the token sale is going to go live. Tuesday morning, the token sale for World Liberty Financial goes live. Me, personally, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with it yet. But I do think that, that a lot of people will be buying it simply in support of the family that's running it. So keep your guys' eyes out on that one. If you are interested in it, please, I don't know if worldlibertyfinancial.com is the correct website. I have no idea, right? So I would be careful. Even if you Google this, and this is the first one that shows up here, I would be very careful of where you make your purchase. Just make sure it's the official website. Make sure it's the correct website. It might end up trading on, I don't know, some different crypto platforms, which would probably be fine to pick it up on. But if you're going to be getting it directly from World Liberty Financial, please make sure that it is the correct website. I do not know what the correct website is. I've not looked into it enough to even know. Dang, man, Bob is looking good. If J-Bones is in here, man, J-Bones making some good money today. Over the last week, it's gone from 3 to 48. Dude, this, like, my gosh, dude. If you want to talk about predictable, look at this. We looked at it. It's doing the exact same thing. If J-Bones owns this token and he does not sell it between like 67 and 8 here, he's got some guts. But this token, man, this token has pulled the exact same pattern, ripping down and then bouncing off this level right here. And he brought it to our attention when it was at this level right here. I didn't buy any, but everybody had the opportunity to get in right here because J-Bones brought it to our attention. Every single time it is ripped up to this 67. 67. Dude, it's on its way to 67 right now. J-Bones could be making some serious money. And I mean, honestly, he could get to 67 in one more day. Did it in one candle here. One candle here. Could be, dude, it could be tomorrow. It could be a one candle between now and 67. So, yeah, man, not a bad token for Bob. Not a bad token for Bob. Hopefully Bob makes J-Bones a ton of money, man. Oh, jeez. Anybody else buy Bob? I haven't bought any Bob. Let's see. Hey, tell me you did, brother DJ TJ. No, I do not own any DJT. Let's see. JJJ62 just ripped one. Nice work, J-Bones. Dude, if J-Bones isn't here. Oh, he isn't here. Heck yeah, man. J-Bones is in here and Bob's ripping. I didn't even know he was in here. Well, everything is rising. Claudio. I was trying to read a couple articles this morning. Some of it did say that it was related to the upcoming election here in the United States, and some of it was just a technical move on Bitcoin and everything else following suit. So I'm not 100% sure of the reason. I believe that it has to be some sort of a combination of those two things. Also, I'm going to add a couple more into the mix, right? Or at least one more. The interest rate cut. I believe that we could be gearing up for another interest rate cut, and people may be getting excited about that. So, election talk here in the United States, interest rates potentially being lowered again in the next couple of weeks, and just a technical move on Bitcoin leading the rest of the cryptocurrency market higher. Those are the three things. I read the election and technical move on Bitcoin. I'm going to add the interest rate thing into the mix there and talk about those. Bob is on Ethereum. Yeah, Bob is on Ethereum, Panda. Bob's got 18,076 or 760 holders on Ethereum. But also, Bob is on that KSEC centralized exchange. So don't forget that either. I know a lot of you guys may or may not want to use centralized exchanges, but you can actually trade Bob on the KSEC centralized exchange if you want a place that's relatively easy to use. I got links for it in all my descriptions and stuff. It is an affiliate link, so you guys do get an extra bonus if you meet, I don't know, it's up to $370, but I think you got to put in your name and phone number if you want the extra deposit bonuses and stuff. So it's completely up to you if you guys want to do that. But you can deposit money directly on here, and then you can go out and very simply buy Bob if you want to. You don't have to use Uniswap or PancakeSwap or something like that to go out and buy Bob if you want to buy it on that centralized exchange. So I've been using KSEX over a little over a week now. Hypothetical question. If T gets elected and wants to drill, when should someone get into oil companies? Chris, let's put it this way, right? If you believe that that's the route we're going to go, I would say now, okay? Let me show you why, just very quickly. So bottom left-hand side of the screen, let's look at Plug. Top middle of the screen now. Let's just look at Plug. Plug Power is a clean energy source that had a lot to do with like electric vehicles and stuff like that. There's other ones, ChargePoint and things that we could look at. But take a look at Plug. Leading in to 2020, Plug started to do well as all of the clean energy hype started to kick up. But going into election cycle, right, people got very, very excited about clean energy, and Plug ripped higher from 83-cent lows to $75 highs. ChargePoint, right? ChargePoint was this infrastructure company that was going to put in a bunch of electric vehicle charging places. Well, end of 2020, going into the election cycle, people got very excited about the current administration and what they were going to do with clean energy. ChargePoint went from $10 as a SPAC, special purpose acquisition company, to $50, $49.48. So ripped up in value. Neo, I believe, is another electric car company. And these guys, dude, end of 2020 started to go up. And then from this area, dude, they went from lows at $1 to $67 per share. So, and I know you might not be able to see the peaks at the top of the screen there. I'll move it down a little bit. Doesn't look as fancy, but very nice gains leading into prior to the election taking place. And then leading into probably the beginning of 2025 is where you would see the majority of your gains. Now, I do believe that all of this all of those electric or clean energy companies could have done better if there was more focus on them, right? So if T-Man gets elected and you think oil companies or drilling companies or steel companies or manufacturing companies are going to do well, I would say prior to the election even happening. Now, if it doesn't go that way, that may have been a risk you took, and it's just going to be a continuation of the current trend. But if it goes the way you want, you could see some nice gains leading into early 2025. Because that's what we saw in 2020 into 2021. Guys, it is 1:04. Get your names in the chat right now. We're gonna do some shout out, and we will be back. My 10,000 turned into 60,000 with Neo, but lost it all. Hey, Andres, man, that does suck. But here's my, because I've had some gains and I've had some losses as well, man. You know what you're capable of, right? You know that you could turn 10 into 60. You know that you could turn 60 into 10 as well. So maybe get a little more conservative after it goes up. But, dude, you know you're capable of it. You know you can make it back. You know that you can prosper. So never lose sight of that, Andres, man. For real. And BMW and Andres, man, thank you guys very much for being over on TikTok. Shout out to both of you guys. And then we're going to do some shout outs over here on YouTube, and we will be back this afternoon with some more videos, man. Moji. It's a lot of sexes. It is a lot of sexes, Moji. We got KC Defense, man. See you later, Gorilla. Thank you very much for being in here, man. KC, see you later, Moji. Panda, have a great one, Moji, Gorilla. Panda, see you later, Gorilla. Executive Order, see you later, man. We got Dark Aloha. Dark Aloha. Aloha, my brother. Dark Aloha. Is it Dark Aloha? Is that you? See you later, man. Have a great afternoon or morning for you. KC Defense, see you later, Moji. George, see you later, man. We got Gorilla, Panda, Executive Order, Gorilla. All of you guys, you know what time it is. Yes, sir. It is. Very nice. What's up, Dark? How you doing? Gorilla, Dark, all of you guys, you know what time it is. You want to say it with me? Say it with me, Whit Reed. Till the next time. Hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.